Hello my ICTA students. This video will show you how to set tabs. So first of all, make sure you got your no spacing turned on. Make sure your show and hide is on, and by now you know that pretty clearly. So the next step now is the first time that you're going to be introduced to tabs. So first of all, this white bar is called your ruler. All right, if you can't see this white bar, then you have to go to View, and you should have a check mark here at Ruler, but take it off just so that you can see. There you have no ruler. Now put it back on and you see the white bar. So take it off, put it on, and now you can see the white bar. So this is your ruler. This is 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches. Now your ruler may be in centimeters. If it is, this is what you do. You go to File, you go to Options, and you come down to Advanced. And then scroll about halfway down the screen. So go down about halfway and you will come to the word Display. Here's Display, and you see it says Show Measurements in Units of. Show Measurements in Units of, and yours will say, or maybe say, centimeters. If it does, change it to inches. If it says inches, don't change anything, just leave it at inches. And then click OK. Now your ruler will be identical to mine, which is in inches. 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and so on. When you look at the ruler, this is 1 inch. So halfway is an inch and a half. This would be 1.5 inches. This would be 2 inches. Now here, this is considered like a quarter of an inch. So 1.25, and then 1.5, and 1.75, and you usually don't get any finer than that until you start to just eyeball where you want to put it. But for starters, that's what we'll stick to. All right, the other thing you need to know is that in a tab over here, this is called your tab marker, and right now it's got an L on it for left. If you click one more time, now you will see it's an upside down T, and it'll say Center Tab, Center Tab. If you click again, now you have a letter that is the opposite of the left. It is the right tab. And if you click again, you now see the upside down T, but with a decimal. And see the dot there? That represents the decimal tab. And then if you click one more time, you'll see a bar tab. So you will learn to set all of these in this video. And then the next one is the indent. Don't worry about that at this point in time. That's your first line indent. This is your hanging indent, and you're back to your left tab. All right, so for first practice, put a left tab at 0.5. Put 1 at 1, and note when you point to the ruler, you point to the bottom half, okay? Not down here, but right here. With your white pointing arrow, point right there. That's 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and so on. Now, if you don't want them, look at this. Point to them, drag them off. Practice, drag them off. Make sure you point to it, drag it off, and that's how easy it is. All right, so now you say, all right, I don't want a left tab, I want to try a center tab. So now change this to center, and I want you to click this time 0.25. There's 0.25, and here is 1.25, 2.25, 3.25, and so on. Once again, remove them. So you practice, drag them off, drag them off, drag them off. All right, now change it to right. And this time we want 0.75, that's right there, and 1.75, and 2.75, and 3.75. And then drag them off. Now, one thing you can do, if you didn't want to drag them off, and I'll show you on the next round. So here you go, change this now to decimal. And this time you say, okay, I want a decimal at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 3 inches. If you wanted to clear everything, you could click on Home, and you could click on No Spacing, and it's all clear. So it's very easy to clear them all at once, but I want you to practice so that you knew how to drag them off, because most times you're not clearing all. And then the last one is the bar tab, and look at here at 1 inch. And now if I'll put another one right here, do you see how I have them real close together? But I can move it even closer because I can drag it. Or I can drag it anywhere that I want to put it. And I could put another one here if I wanted to. So every tab can be dragged or moved. It doesn't matter whether it is a bar tab, left tab, right tab, you can drag it. All right, click on your No Spacing button to clear all. So now you should be totally clear, and now I want you to go back to your left tab. So make sure the tab marker here reads L for left. All right, let's put a left tab at 1 inch, and then let's put change it to center, and we'll put a center tab at 2.5, and then let's put a right tab at about 4, and then let's put a decimal tab at 5.5. All right, we have 4 tabs. This is a left, this is a center, this is a right, and this is a decimal tab. So first of all, press the tab key once, and you see you can tell you press the tab key because you can see the arrow on your screen. Now type in JANU and stop there and take a look. The computer says, I think you want to spell January, and it says press enter to insert. So press enter. And did it put in January? It did, and say thank you very much. And now press your tab key. Put in FEBR, and guess what? The computer knows that you want February. Press enter. All right, press the tab key once and type in MARC, and March isn't going to come in because it's too short, so put in the H. Now press your tab key once, and here I want to have a decimal tab, so therefore I'm going to put in 10.00. Now, do you see that my March didn't have a capital letter, right? So I'm going to click back on it. I'm going to go Shift F3, and you've learned that already, to make a capital letter. And now I'm going to click at the end of my line. So now I'm at the end of the $10, and I want to press enter and press the tab key. This time I'll type April, A-P-R-I-L. Don't waste our time to look for the one letter. Press your tab key and now type May. Press your tab key and type June, and press your tab key, and this time let's put in 2.2. All right, and press enter and press your tab key, and let's put in July and tab, and now put in AUGU, and August is there. Press enter. Press your tab key and now put in SEPT. September is there. Press enter and press your tab key and put in 3.111 and press enter and tab, and now put in OCTO and press enter for October. Press tab and put in NOVE, press enter and tab and put in DECE and press enter and tab and put in 12.50. Okay, so did you see what I did there? I have your text right now, January, all of this is left align. Look at your tab, you see it's left align. Then our center tab, every line is centered. And then our right align tab, the lines are aligned on the right hand side. And look at your decimal tab, they are lined up on the decimal. And that's why I gave you uneven decimal places so that you could see that. Okay, your cursor's at the end of your document. Press enter once. Now look at your ruler. Your tabs go with you, but if you want to type a paragraph or something different, you wouldn't want your tabs to go with you. So to bring this paragraph back to normal, you are going to hold down your Control and Shift. Hold down Control and Shift and press the letter N for normal. Now check your ruler. Perfectly clean. And click on no spacing. And now press enter once, and the ruler is clean so that you could go on to complete whatever it is that you want. All right, now we want to go Control Home. So go back to the beginning of your document and put your cursor right here, a white arrow, and select the 4 lines. Now, you never move a tab unless you've got your line selected. So now you say, well, maybe I should bring this left tab back, push it back to about 1/2 inch. And you see how it all moves. And then you say, okay, I'll take my decimal tab out to about 0.75. And then I'll bring my right tab over to about 4.75. And that looks pretty good, except I'm off here. So here's where I would judge and say only 1 tick so that I have equal space between the longest lines. And now it looks perfect. And that's how you set a tab. So if you want to move anything, you point to your tab, you drag it to the left, you drag it to the right. And if you dragged it off by mistake, what do you say? Oops, I made a mistake. Control Z, and you put it right back on. All right, that's the end of part 1 for your tabs.